Students, welcome to the second biology class. We would be continuing with our first chapter, basic biology. We had studied different branches of biology in the last class. Today we would be studying about cell. Okay, now all of you know what a cell is. Okay, a cell is generally defined as unit of life. Okay, you can also define it as structural and functional unit of life. Okay, now why we call it as a structural and functional unit of life is because each and every part of your body is made up of a cell, and therefore it forms the structure of your body, and each and every cell performs some or the other functions. If you see your body processes or life processes, each function or each process is related to cell. Okay, now let us talk about different types of cells. Okay, now depending upon its origin, depending upon the origin of the cell, we have two types of cells: prokaryotic cell, okay, and the other one is eukaryotic cell. Okay, so this differentiation is on the basis of its origin, and we have two types of cells here: prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell means the cells that are formed earlier, okay, and they also are very much simple in its structure, whereas eukaryotic cells are the cells that are being evolved, okay, and therefore they are a little more complex with the structure as well as its function. Now, depending upon the structure of a cell, we have again two types of cells: animal cell and plant cell. Okay, so again, depending upon the structure, we have two types of cells: animal cell and plant cell. We would be discussing the differences between these two and these two in a while. Okay, all right, now talking about concept known as cell theory. Okay, cell theory basically has three main points. The first point says that all living things are made of cells. Okay, so this is the first point or the first fact of cell theory. You can also say first postulate of cell theory. Okay, the second postulate, the second part of the cell theory is its own definition, that cells are structural and functional units of living organisms. Okay, now there is no cell that does not participate either in the structure or in the function, or maybe both. Okay, so if you see a particular cell, if you name any particular cell, it might be a structural part of a living organism, or it might be performing some function in the living organism. Okay, the third postulate talks about all the cells come from pre-existing cells. Okay, so none of the cells are just originated like that. All the cells have come from pre-existing cells. Okay, that means all the cells have come after the previous cells have divided. Okay, so cell division is the concept that is used here. So basically in cell theory, this we have three main postulates. The first one is living things are made up of cells. The second one is structure. A cell is a structural and functional unit of a living organism. And the third one is cells come from pre-existing cells. Okay, so this is something that is very important. You would be coming across this cell theory as long as you study a cell, whether it is your 9th, 10th, 11th, maybe college or whatever. But as long as you study cell theory, you will have to come across these points. All right. Now children, talking about the differences in animal cell and plant cell. Okay, now the differences between both of them. The first point of difference is that animal cells have no cell wall. Okay, whereas plant cell has cell wall. Cell wall is present. Okay, in animal cells, no chloroplasts are present. Okay, whereas chloroplasts are present in a plant cell. Okay, second point of difference is no or small vacuole, cell vacuole. Okay, whereas in plant they have very large vacuole. Okay, the fourth point of difference is that animals have centrioles, whereas plant cells does not have any centrioles. Okay, now see children, these are the basic differences between an animal cell and plant cell. Animal cell does not have any cell wall, which is made up of cellulose, whereas plant cell has a cell wall. Okay, just around the plasma membrane there is a cell wall which gives turgidity and shape to the cell. Talking about chloroplasts, these are the organelles that has pigments, say chlorophyll. Animal cells does not have any chloroplast, whereas plant cells has chloroplasts. Okay, animal cells have very small vacuoles, and most of the times it does not have any vacuole, and plant cell has a very large vacuole. And talking about centrioles that helps in cell division are present in the animal cell, whereas it is not present in the plant cell. Okay, we would be coming across such differences when we would be studying different cell organelles in detail, but these are the very basic differences between an animal cell and plant cell. Okay, so that's it for today. We would be discussing the cell organelles in the next session. So for today, what you have to do is you have to go through a worksheet that I'm sharing with you in a while. Okay, thank you for today.